I'm ready to go into game 4, the last game of today, with two very interesting teams.
Yeah, it will be NG Blossom versus Smug Club. Both of these teams did pick up wins in their first games of the season yesterday. So it'll be interesting to see which one of them will remain undefeated and which one will drop to the mere 50% win rate.
Well, lining up for NG Blossom, we have Jeremy Flip up in top lane, Box Milk running the jungle, Black Oreo Cookies in the mid lane, Catinator as the ADC, and XD Me rounding up the team in the best position in the game, support.
Taking a look at the lineup for Smug Club in the top lane today, it will be Trains. Jungle will be JP Vince, the Imposter in the mid lane, with Lolafear 18 and Angeloid repping up the bot. So NG Blossom had an amazingly entertaining game versus Trigger Happy yesterday. Went quite the distance. It ended up with Box Milk stealing the Soul Dragon, giving them Infernal Soul through the wall in a quite dramatic fashion to get them the W. And Smug Club had a quite dominating performance in their game, quickly making work of their opponents. So it'll be interesting to see how these two teams do end up matching up against each other today.
Well, I don't know about you, but I am ready to roll, and so are the players as we go into the draft.
I'm getting a word in that it may have been Ocean Soul, not Infernal Soul, that was stolen. So pardon me on that one. Either way, quite a dramatic play to pull the soul for NG Blossom and ultimately pull the W. Also appears like we have some jokers in the chat here trying to make fun of me now. So
all right. In the meantime, picks and bans coming in pretty effectively here. Orn banned off by Team NG Blossom, followed by Aatrox off of Smug Club, targeting Jeremy Flip in the top lane. Morgana banned off by NG Blossom as well. Once again, looking towards the support of Angeloid. Gangplank banned off of Jeremy Flip. Lots of top lane bans coming through. Followed by Lulu, once again targeting Angeloid here.
Trundle will not be played once again. We have seen lots of Trundle today. But
I'm pretty sure Trundle's like pick ban for today is 100%.
Pick ban Trundle, not 100%.
Set is picked up as the first choice for Team NG Blossom.
Ooh, Kane.
Into the Kane. I know you like Kane.
That. I always like seeing a Kane, as well as Veins for that matter. So you know what? This is gonna be a great game. I can already tell.
A Swole Glisopod? Gull Isopod. Okay, so like a swole not crustacean, invertebrate of some kind, just informed me that is a 75% chance. Or a 75% pick ban. Vayne picked up, by the way, on the Vayne main of Lollyfure. As chat is oh so ambitiously posting.
Did we see Lolafear did play Vayne in yesterday's match, didn't he? I can't remember now. My memory's failing.
Looks like we have a joker in chat that needs to be handled real quick, if you don't mind. Thank you.
You have 15 seconds left on the last pick of this first picking phase. Smug Club locking in the Gnar. Don't see as much Gnar these days, honestly. Not a lot of Gnar being played in Season 10. But still quite a strong champion, in my opinion.
Definitely super tanky, lots of CC. I'm kind of like excited for the number of ashes we've seen. There's been a lot of ash.
We have seen a lot of ashes.
Galio picked off, not getting played today. Smug Club saying no to the Guardian himself.
Yeah, Black Oreo Cookies played a great Galio game, quite effective in their game versus Trigger Happy yesterday. So just really not want to deal with that.
Yumi banned off. Once again, targeting Angeloid here. 3 of the 5 bans so far targeting Angeloid. Definitely looking to get the support captain off the field.
And Yumi's just super annoying, honestly, to deal with right now. They've nerfed her a couple times, but still very strong, very effective. Especially as the game gets later on and she scales up a little bit with her heals and movement speed.
Mordekaiser banned off by Smug Club. Followed by Janna. Once again, another support ban.
It is an interesting amount of support bans coming through here. Definitely got some kind of game plan in mind here.
My best guess is that this Lee Sin's going to hover bot lane aggressively.
It's quite possible.
And Sona's being hovered. And locked in.
So despite the after the 4 support bans, ends up being Sona selected. We shall see if that ends up working out for him. It would be quite interesting to see a 10-0 Sona this game. Just saying.
Nautilus picked up as the opposing support, so not super likely to see a 10-0 Sona with a Nautilus on the opposite team. Lissandra locked in, our second time seeing Lissandra back-to-back.
Yeah, I like this Lissandra pickup. Definitely adds a lot to their engage and teamfight comp as well. Able to follow up and engage with Nautilus instead, and Lee Sin drafted a pretty solid team comp here. Syndra. Always a strong pick in that mid lane. Very effective at getting mid priority into most matchups. Not exactly sure how it plays into Lissandra, but
I would imagine it's quite strong versus.
Yeah, I would imagine it's quite strong. So I like the Syndra lock in here from Smug Club. And also a pretty solid team comp in Smug Club. Solid front line with the Gnar and the Kayn. Lots of dueling potential. Kayn does pretty well into champs like Set and Lee Sin once he gets red form, if in fact that is the form he is going, which you would assume it would be, judging by these team comps. As well as Syndra able to just pop people, and on top of all that, a Vayne you gotta deal with, so I do like both.
Something not to be underestimated is you do have access to the Sona ult and the Syndra stun, so there's a lot of CC potential here.
That's a CC. If NG Blossom, since they do have pretty solid engage and dive, especially with the Lissandra pick that they locked in, you think like who they're gonna dive on? They get on top of Syndra, maybe with the Lissandra ultimate and engage. But they really have to be careful about if they're gonna commit to these full engages with Nautilus and Set and Lissandra. That there's not gonna be any peel left over for Ashe, and Ashe obviously does have her enchanted Crystal Arrow. But if Gnar and or Kayn end up trying to get on top of her, could be very bad news for NG Blossom unless they bring someone back off to peel for her. So it'll be interesting to see how they opt to play these team fights, how much they intend to engage in a full 5v5, how many of them opt to dive in versus how many of them opt to peel for this Ashe. Because Syndra, you have to get on top of the Syndra at some point. She's got pretty decent range. The Vayne does have to get a little bit closer, so it might not be as much of a problem with that. But she is quite nimble herself with Final Hour.
Well, as the clock continues to wind down, I think it's time for some blind picks. Who you picking, bud?
Well, it's not technically blind. We did see these teams yesterday. We did get a glimpse as to what kind of stuff they bring to the table. Predictions. Let's see. I predict that NG Blossom is going to win this game. And
Really?
I do. I think both of the comps are fine. It's really going to come down to how they play it out in the team fights. And I think that their game versus Trigger Happy yesterday was very close and very good, and they ended up beating them. And then Trigger Happy also looked very strong today. Smug Club also looked strong yesterday, but I think all in all, I'm going to give the edge here to NG Blossom for sure. You sounded quite surprised, so I'm intrigued to hear your take on this.
Alright. Follow me on this, right? Smug Club at 29 minutes. Give or take 2 minutes.
Okay, Smug Club in 29 minutes. Give or take 2 minutes. Now, this is the only give or takes you're going to get. I know yesterday you tried to finesse a little bit and change your prediction, but we're going to have to stick to it today.
Yeah, so I'm going ahead and calling the give or take 2 because, like, I called 27 yesterday.
You have any explanation, or is that just a gut? You just gut feeling it?
Mostly gut, but like I like the team comp. I like the playability here. If Angeloid can survive, or Angeloid and Lollyfure can survive down bot lane, I think they will run this. That is a Vayne main who performed extraordinarily well on it. I like Kane over Lee Sin most of the time. Gnar has really good team fight potential. I think it's better than Set. And all in all, I think with the chain CC you have access to, this team just looks better to me.
Smug Club's comp's also very, very solid. So you got Smug Club in 29. I guess I got to give it time. I'm gonna do NG Blossom in 25.
Okay. Same thing. Give or take 2.
Give or take 2 minutes. Got to be within 2 minutes. We'll be good to go. All right. I know you got the best of me and more often than not last season on our bets. So I'm definitely looking to recalibrate a little bit, be a little bit more calculated, and try to best you here as we move into season 2.
You know what? I think it's time to restart a tradition. We're betting a random skin on it.
Oh, you know what? You are on. So here's the thing: are we betting just on the victor, or do they have to get the time right too?
No, you have to have the time right too.
All right. I gotta get the time right. Sounds good. So there is a neutral outcome.
There is most certainly a neutral outcome.
All right.
As we load onto the Rift, it looks to be pretty straightforward starts. Oh, Brown and Autumn is almost happy. That was almost a 5-point start. XD me staying slightly out of position here.
Yeah, XDME making Brown grasp at his head and wonder as if we'll ever see a true 5-point start here in season 2. We've seen some very good ones, but
we have one. We have the kind of Red Side
Smug Club.
Smug Club kind of
5-point formation for about 4 seconds there. What do you think?
Yeah, almost. I don't know if it counts.
With that being said, both of these rollouts were pretty solid, so above par for sure.
Some of our players spamming pings for good measure. Making sure they work, I'm sure.
Box Milk interestingly opting to start blue buff here on Lee Sin. Interested
Yeah,
to see what he opts to do with his path.
See, this screams...
Bot lane.
Oh, meanwhile, aggressive bot lane. Angeloid having to flash out. Ignite burned.
Yeah, that's flash already off of Angeloid.
Yeah, see, this is the risk here, is if Angeloid and Lollyfure feed, then it's going to be super, super bad. You want your your AD Vayne to just be a powerhouse, and you need to do that pretty aggressively. But as I was trying to say, Box Milk starting blue buff here screams that he is going to immediately go bot lane.
Yeah, does that full
Like
clear blue side jungle, should hit level 3 off that wolf.
Yeah, gonna hit his chickens into his red. Oh no, just gonna go straight red buff. Probably straight red buff, and then go straight to bot lane. And I think that's the right call.
And JP Vince has actually done an interesting clear himself. Didn't see exactly where he started, but looks like he started red buff into Raptors without clearing Krugs. Definitely not an optimal clear for Kayn, but he is now on the bot side, able to counter this potential.
Yeah, I think he's
shuttle.
just here to counter this Lee Sin. I don't know if he wins this
one.
Oh,
very nice sidestep there.
Nope. Just kind of... Oof, that's an interesting stun into a flash. This is going to be a dead Kayn here in just a second. If he doesn't get out, that last auto attack will not go through. He will escape. In the meantime, Lollyfure standing into the enemy line. Lee Sin diving really deep here, taking a ton of damage. Lollyfure is going to eventually fall, getting a little bit too aggressive. Oh, what a double kill from the Vayne. Good lord, that is punishing. In the meantime, Imposter going too deep here. Gonna fall and only pick up a kill for himself.
Wow. It looked like Smug Club was actually going to be able to kite that out and get away with nobody going down. And just in the blink of an eye, Catinator on this Ashe picks up 3 kills for their team, only securing 2 of them for herself, but quite a turn of events there.
Things aren't looking good for our champion here. That being me.
True. I'm feeling pretty confident at this state.
It's fine. Trains is just gonna like dominate top lane.
So JP Vince does have the Conqueror rune, which is a good sign as he is almost certainly going to be going red form this game.
Alright, Vayne just needs to sit here and farm incredibly safe.
Surprisingly, Lollyfure actually has a small CS lead over Catinator. 2 kills obviously picked up for her, but things definitely could be going worse for the side of Smug Club's bot lane.
Yeah, well,
did you see a potential gank down here?
ME looking to get aggressive here is going to miss his hook, though. Angeloid looking to go in. JP Vince is here, but so is Box Milk. This could be very bad. JP Vince super low here, will fall. There are 4 members of Team Blossom down bot lane. Oh, second kill goes down, going to Jeremy Flip onto that really strong boxer, the man himself.
Yeah, I don't think NG Blossom even knew that JP Vince was down in the bot side there. Looks like Box Milk was just heading down for a gank on the bot lane, and it ended up working out well in the favor, especially with the TP coming in.
Yeah, and that's going to be an easy dragon for Team Blossom.
Definitely a quick start here for NG. starting off with that beautiful play from the volley.
I really hope somebody clipped that Ash volley. That was beautiful.
Surely will be included in the week 1 highlight video coming soon. It's also interesting to note here that because of these 2 early deaths, JP Vince is actually behind in CS to Box Milk on his Lee Sin. You wouldn't normally see that as Kane quite efficient at clearing, but being put a little bit behind here early on.
Ooh,
mid lane.
Hard engage, mid lane. Syndra getting super low here. Box Milk is here to secure the kill. And another death for Team Smug Club. Things aren't looking good.
Yeah, it looks really like Smug Club's kind of been on the back foot ever since that bottom fight. Lost momentum. Lost a lot of jungle pressure as well. So it's going to be important in the next couple minutes that they're able to just kind of stabilize and get their footing back. Because already this gold lead has jumped out to about 3,000, 4,000. So this could get out of hand quite quickly if they're not careful.
Yeah, 4,000 in 8 minutes is not where you want to be.
Unless, of course, your name is Kinderspiel and you have a mystery skin riding on this game.
You know what? I'm speechless. You've made Toxichrome speechless. Way to go.
Wow, that's an accomplishment. I don't think I've ever done that before. But lots of leagues still to be played here in this one.
Speaking of which, down bot lane, like I was saying earlier, Box Milk is just going to hard focus this bot lane and keep that Vayne under check. Flashes are burned and the engage is stopped. However,
Counter
still
gank.
not a good position to be. Nope. Possible counter gank here. Not going to be spotted. No wards up.
Imposter
will be
also
spotted when
roaming
he
down,
steps
but
just a little. Yeah.
nothing gonna happen.
Looks like it's all just for show. Lissandra going a little bit deep here.
Getting some good damage out though.
Ooh, but that's a great Lissandra ult into XDME's hook. Well done. This Nautilus is being incredibly well played.
Yeah, XDME's done a great job of roaming out this mid lane multiple times now and making things happen. Definitely doing a good job of using the lead they've got and using the pressure to make plays.
Ooh, this could be bad. JP Vince is going to get hooked here into a root. Box Milk is quickly on the backside. Nautilus ult's going to go down. Oh, JP Vince doing a great job of escaping here, and it will just be enough. But Trains is in a bad position, and is going to get caught out. Oh, into the sad ult, which is going to kill him.
More kills getting picked up here for NG Blossom, as they do have pings being dropped onto this Rift Herald. Do see the imposter heading over. Potentially could contest this as long as they get the jump before Jeremy Flip can come down. But it looks like they're just going to back off.
Yeah, they're just going to let it happen. TP up top lane, trying to stall out Jeremy Flip on the set.
The one silver lining here for Smug Club is that despite all of the kills going over already, Lullafier has only died one time on this Vayne and is doing a pretty solid job keeping up in CS. So if as long as Smug Club's able to stabilize in the next five minutes or so without giving up too much more gold, it's possible that there could be an avenue back in this game. As really a lot of Smug Club does scale quite well. Kane scales quite well. Nara late game is obviously great at making plays. Syndra doesn't scale super well, but is always able to pop somebody at any given notice. And obviously Vayne, so.
Oh, JP Vance getting a little bit aggressive here. Is going to get picked by the... Oh, no, he just gets out. Oh, but the hook goes down. Angeloid eating a ton of damage. Olifear dodging away, but is still quite poppable. Angeloid trying to get the some return damage back onto Catinator, but will eventually fall. Oh, that is a very explosive pick. Lee Sin kick goes into another hook, into another stun. Things are awful. That was an incredibly well-handled team fight dive. Everything for Team NGB. The Blossoms proving that they are not just a pretty face.
Yeah, definitely running out of chances here for the side of Smug Club, as approaching 9,000 gold lead here at only 13 minutes. Turret's about to fall bot lane. Plates being taken top and mid. Lots of gold going into the pockets of NG.
Yeah, as we approach a 10k gold lead at 13 minutes.
NG's done a good job of getting on top of these dragons pretty efficiently. Already gotten 2 of them taken down. Next dragon won't be for another 4 minutes or so, excuse me. But that's just another thing, another uphill battle for Smug Club to have to worry about if they were going to try to come back in this game, as Infernal will be the Dragon Soul. Also, just look at the CS numbers. The bot lane CS is pretty close. Actually, an advantage
up
for
top lane. We might have a bit of a fight here. Set ult going down. Lots of damage falling through. JP Vince having to ult just to get away.
Will be some orbs in the pocket of JP Vince. Does not quite have his form yet. Be interesting to see if he gets it on this recall.
Ooh, Olifear eating a ton of damage here. Angel popping ult in an attempt to keep his ADC alive. It's not enough. Nautilus is going to go deep and get the kill himself. Not ult goes down onto the Syndra. Imposter eating a ton of damage. Lissandra ult goes down onto Lissandra, or onto Imposter on the Syndra. And this game is very quickly falling out of the hands of Team Smug Club. Ooh.
This isn't something I was going to worry about, but they might end this game too quickly. They might end it before 23 minutes, which is the time I need to get to.
Oh, no, not hook goes down. Another pick off. Lissandra getting the kill there. Oh, my goodness. Did you see that pop? Lee Sin going in deep. What an insect. Shutdown goes on to Vayne, though, getting a whole bunch of gold, but I don't think it's going to be enough. That's a little bit more poke damage, but they can't hurt that Nautilus.
Structure is really just crumbling on the side of Smug Club now, compounding this gold deficit that they're in. About over 13,000 gold at this point, as we do see pings and rotations towards this bot side for NG Blossom, looking to take down yet another one.
Yeah, Kane out of position here. It's going to get rooted into stun, into everything. Lots of damage done. Ashok goes down. Going to be a hook here. Never mind, the Condemn is going to stop the hook. But Lolifear cannot defend this tower. He needs to just back away. Oh, never mind. The team of NGB is going to back off and spare the tower. Just for, I guess, shiggles. Meanwhile, top lane, Jeremy Flip doing some work. And at the 16-minute mark, there is only one non-inhib turret standing. Oh,
you see
Jeremy
Bork being
Flip
popped?
looking to get a quick 1 kill. Ult goes down, dealing lots of damage. The imposter trying to get out is going to walk into the true damage ray of Jeremy Flip. That's super unfortunate.
Gets that second kill picked up there. Surely this will be an inhibitor falling down, as the 4 members are now mid lane.
Yeah, Nautilus positioning here to land a hook. If anyone steps up too far, they're going to back off of this inhibitor instead of waiting for this minion wave. They can win any fight they want. They should just press their advantage and go for the win now.
I'm a little surprised they didn't opt to try to take down that mid inhibitor there, but really no reason to force anything. So honestly, might be better safe than sorry, and just try to target some safer objectives at the moment, with some members spawning in from Smug Club, like the 3rd dragon, which is about to spawn in right about now. Just setting up that 4th Drake for that Infernal Soul in another 5 minutes.
Ashall going down, just barely missing. Oh, but that hook landed onto Kane, who's going to sit here and take a lot of damage. Lissandra securing that kill for the Ashe. That Ashe is massive. Train's going to get caught out here, but it's less of a getting caught out and more catching somebody out. Lots of damage going down. Lissandra ult is popped. Zhonya's Hourglass is popped. XT, or not Zhonya's Hourglass, just Stopwatch on the side of XDME to keep himself alive underneath that tower. They're digging deep. Olivier is going to eventually fall way back by spawn. Things are looking particularly awful.
Yeah, nice ace there for NG Blossom, as this will surely be at least 2 inhibitors. Might see them rotate top, try to target that 3rd one, but I'm sure there's lots of gold in the pockets of NG Blossom's members right now, so they should probably reset after this. Maybe not going to be getting the 2nd inhibitor.
Doesn't look like it. Lissandra going back in, doing massive damage to the Syndra, getting the pop. More damage goes down. This should be the 2nd inhibitor.
Yeah, I think the 2nd inhibitor is back on the table.
Meanwhile, Lee Sin going deep. Gnar in the back line, eating a lot of damage, but is eventually... Nope, he's going to just barely live. Vayne trying to just clear minions here. And the 2nd inhib falls at the 19-minute and 30-second mark.
I'm feeling slightly more confident now that this game might hit their 23 minutes. But what is the gold deficit at this point? I can do math, right? 16,000. Wow. Quite an impressive showing here from NG Blossom in our final game of the day.
Absolutely. JP Vance might be getting caught out here. Yep, he will just barely get away. Meanwhile, Team Smug Club just struggling to defend their base from the minions. Baron's getting picked up from Team Blossom, or for Team Blossom.
Well, we did see a super sexy Kane steal yesterday in a game. Highly doubt we're going to see another one here.
Not with Jeremy Flip out there, just protecting the whole back line.
Not real any chance of some sort of shenanigans going down.
Yep. Baron Nash are picked. Now we just need to see like a 3 or a 4-1 split to force the victory here. Oop, Ashe taking a fair chunk of damage here. Cadenator not going to fall and is going to quickly heal up off this minion wave.
Yeah, good attempt there to try to chunk out the AD, but at the end of the day,
Ooh, good Ashe ult. Lee Sin jumping hard in the back line, but will fall quickly. Vayne starting to get some damage here. Pop Salt looks to go in pretty hard. Nautilus Salt going down into the hook. What a hook! Vane's going to fall here, and this is probably going to spell the end of this game. Much too soon for you to get a skin.
Unfortunately.
Oh, Set ult dragging Set just a little bit too far into the enemy base, and it looks like this will be the end as the Nexus will quickly fall.
22-minute victory for NG Blossom as they do proceed to a 2-0 record.
Black Oreo Cookies went 6-0 on this Lysandra. That's impressive. 6-0-13. Catnator went 11-1 and 13.
Catnator putting on a dominant performance on this Ashe for sure. And it really all went back to that first play.
Yeah, that quick like double kill with the absolutely gorgeous volley. Really showing off there, setting them up for victory in that bot lane, plus a large amount of target bans to Angeloid here. They definitely had a strategy, for sure.
Yeah, how much, however responsible the bans are for this outcome, you can always just point to the 0-7 Sona, I suppose, as the reasoning for the target banning. But ultimately, I feel like it really just came down. It really didn't have much to do with that. It just came down to Smug Club losing that one fight under their bot turret, and then really just not handling being on their back feet very well. And to NG Blossom's credit, they did a good job of keeping the pressure on. Lots of great roams coming out from XDME to the mid lane, catching out Syndra multiple times. And they just did a really great job of pressing their advantage, honestly.
Absolutely. XDME was a monster on this Nautilus, getting super tanky super quick, facilitating all these super aggressive tower dives, and allowing his ADC to just get massively fed. It's what you want to do as a support, especially as a support Nautilus. That being said, that first fight could have gone so much worse and could have easily swung into the side of Smug Club. It was just ever so slightly. Everyone was at low health, and the team or NG Blossom managing to get the final hits out to secure the kills. If
Yeah, it
that
looked
had
like
been
all three
reversed,
members were going to get out. And then
yeah,
the imposter was coming on. Syndra almost picked somebody off as well, which had given them the win in that team fight, but couldn't quite pick up that kill. And then we all saw that beautiful volley from Catinator. So,
yeah,
and yeah, it was
absolutely
all downhill from
gorgeous.
there.
Definitely highlight real worthy.
So I believe we
Looks
are
like we're
trying to get an interview.
trying. Yeah,
Yeah.
looks like we're trying to get an interview. In the meantime, I'm going to take a quick look at the damage graph. Oh, here we go. Looks like we have Catinator, the captain of Team NG Blossom, here with us today. Yeah, so big talking point, that first fight.
Oh yeah, so apparently the enemy team had a miscommunication with pick Sona, which allowed us to pick a very aggressive bot lane into it to abuse the very weak early game that that Vayne Sona has. And so we just called our jungler come bot. And since we blew Sona's flash level 1, it just kind of turned into Fiesta because we were like, go, 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 go.
In that play under the bot turret, when did you think that they were all going to get away with like 1 HP, or were you confident that you're going to snipe them out with your volley?
Oh no, I was so sad. I was like, oh, why? And then I was like, and then we got super hypey when we cleaned up.
For sure, yeah, for sure. I'll tell you right now, we did too. that was very clean.
Yes, I screamed in a rather unmanly fashion.
So this does move you guys to 2-0 now. How do you feel about that? And how do you feel about the rest of the competition?
We feel really good about going 2-0, especially with how poorly we found ourselves playing yesterday. It feels good to have a clean win like we did today.
Yeah, definitely taking this one down in commanding fashion. Monochrome, do you have anything? Any other questions to add?
So your draft phase, was this what you were looking for? There were a lot of bans towards the bot lane support. Was this your original plan, or did you just kind of audible into it?
Uh, original plan was we were just a little concerned about the enemy support, especially with they're playing Lulu and then picking Vayne for a scaling composition. So if we knew if we got out Lulu, we could probably just play aggressive early and just ignore the scaling. And they didn't pick until second phase their support, we knew we could choke out their support because we already spent 2 bans on them.
I got you. Is there any team in the league that you're afraid of?
I would say no.
Okay.
I
Well,
like
you heard
that.
it here. That's confidence. He's there. He's ready. He is prepared. He thinks he's got this, and I look forward to seeing how it all plays out. Once again, we will be returning next week on Saturday with week 2
Week
of
2.
the week 2. We've already finished week 1. Um, and I cannot be more excited. Our teams are looking absolutely stellar for this, and they all seem incredibly hyped and ready to go.
So I do believe that we'll wrap it up here for today. Thank you for joining us for the interview, Catnator, as always.
Thanks for having me.
For sure. But yeah, that will wrap it up here for week 1 of the Ascendant League Series Season 2 Summer Split. Thank everybody for tuning in, and yeah, Mono, you got anything else to add?
Only the usual.
The usual.
May your may your skill shots always land, and may you always flash in the right direction. This is Monochrome 94 and Kendraspiel signing off.
Have a good week, everybody.